This. Have you noticed how we often measure our worth by how much we struggle? We say, if I'm not tired, I haven't worked enough. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, as if pain is proof that we're alive. But what if I told you true success doesn't come from constant struggle? It comes from stillness, from a quiet alignment between your mind, your actions, and your purpose. Most people spend their lives fighting their own resistance, chasing goals while running from peace. They climb mountains that don't belong to them. And when they finally reach the top, they realize they lost themselves on the way up. The real question isn't, how hard can I work? The real question is, can I move without resistance? Because when your energy flows without friction, success stops being a battle. It becomes a natural expression of who you are. So if you've been struggling, pushing and wondering why peace feels so far away, stay until the end of this message. Because once you understand how to replace resistance with effortless flow, you'll see that the path to success has been open all along. You just needed to stop fighting yourself to finally walk it. We are raised to believe that the harder we struggle, the more we achieve. From the time we are young, we are told that success demands suffering, that pain is proof of progress. And so we build our lives around resistance. We wake up already fighting the day, forcing our energy into places it does not belong and convincing ourselves that exhaustion equals achievement. But the truth is the struggle we glorify is often the very thing keeping us away from what we seek. Struggle becomes a habit, a way of existing. Even when it's no longer necessary, it becomes a comfort zone made of discomfort, a cycle that feeds itself through fear, comparison, and the illusion that peace must be earned through pain. The illusion of struggle is powerful because it feels real. It convinces the mind that effort equals worth. But there is a difference between conscious effort and blind struggle. Effort is movement with awareness. Struggle is movement against yourself. When you act from awareness, your actions flow with direction and meaning. When you act from struggle, your actions become noisy, frantic, and disconnected from the truth of what you are doing. The body moves, but the mind resists. And where there is resistance, there is no peace, no clarity, no flow, only exhaustion. You can see this everywhere. People chase goals with tight fists and shallow breath. They push harder, speak louder, and yet they feel smaller inside. They think success is something to be conquered, when in reality, success is something to be aligned with. The moment you realize that, the illusion begins to fade. You start seeing that most of your suffering isn't caused by life itself. It's caused by the way you resist life. You fight outcomes, you fight time, you fight uncertainty, and in doing so, you drain the very energy that could have been used to move you forward with grace. The mind loves to create struggle because it gives it something to fix. It feeds the ego. It says, look how hard I'm trying this. I must be doing something right. But what if the real mastery is not in trying harder, but in understanding deeper? What if progress comes not from struggle, but from alignment? When your purpose is clear and your mind is calm, you don't need to force your path. The path reveals itself. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. Think of the wind. It doesn't fight the trees, it moves through them. It bends, it flows, it dances. The power of the wind lies in its direction, not in its resistance. The same is true for you. Your true strength lies not in how much you can fight but in how deeply you can align with what is real and meaningful. The moment you stop glorifying struggle, you begin to discover peace within movement. You act not to prove your worth, but to express it. And that is when life stops feeling like a battle and begins to feel like a rhythm you were always meant to move with. There comes a moment when you begin to realize that effort alone does not guarantee success. You can work endlessly, plan perfectly, and still feel like you are swimming against a powerful current. The more you try to control everything, the more resistance you create. This is where the understanding of effortless flow begins. It is not about doing nothing, and it is not about avoiding challenges. It is about learning how to move through life with a sense of ease and alignment, instead of tension and struggle. When you are in a state of flow, you are fully present in what you are doing. There is no past pulling you backward and no future rushing you forward. There is only this moment, alive, clear, and complete. Flow is not something you chase, it is something you allow. It appears naturally when the noise of the mind fades and you begin to trust the rhythm of what you are doing. You have experienced it before, those rare moments when time disappears, when your actions feel effortless, and your awareness sharpens. Everything seems to unfold by itself, yet it all happens through you. That is effortless flow, a state of being where energy moves without friction, where you act without doubt, and where clarity replaces chaos. The secret to finding this flow lies in stillness, not in force. Most people confuse motion with progress, but true progress happens when your actions come from inner calm. A restless mind will always create unnecessary struggle, even in simple tasks. But a quiet mind turns the same task into a form of meditation. When you breathe, focus, and let your energy align with the present, you become part of the natural order of things. Life begins to cooperate with you, not because you are controlling it, but because you are flowing with it. Effortless flow is the bridge between discipline and peace. It teaches you that you do not need to push harder to achieve more. You need to move smarter by moving consciously. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are in harmony, your effort transforms into art. You stop wasting energy on resistance, self-doubt, and fear. Every action becomes meaningful because it is guided by awareness rather than anxiety. It is in this state that creativity blooms, focus sharpens, and results multiply without the weight of exhaustion. To live in flow is to live in trust that the right opportunities will appear when you are ready. Trust that what you are doing now is enough. Trust that letting go does not mean losing control. Flow invites you to let life move through you instead of trying to move life according to your expectations. The moment you stop fighting for control, you begin to experience real power, the kind that comes from clarity, presence, and surrender. When you master the art of effortless flow, success no longer feels like a mountain to climb. It feels like a river carrying you forward. You still move, you still act, but the energy behind your actions is lighter, clearer, and far more powerful. That is the essence of effortless success, not the absence of effort, but the presence of harmony. There is a silent power that awakens the moment your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to move in the same direction. This power is called inner alignment. It is the invisible foundation upon which true success and peace are built. Most people live fragmented lives. Their mind desires one thing, their heart feels another, and their actions follow completely different paths. This constant inner conflict drains energy, clouds judgment, and keeps the soul restless. You cannot move forward with clarity if half of you is walking in one direction and the other half is pulling back. This alignment is not about perfection, it is about harmony, the gentle agreement between what you think, what you feel, and what you do. When your inner world is divided, no amount of external effort can bring satisfaction. You may achieve goals, earn recognition and collect successes, yet a quiet unease will remain. That unease is the voice of misalignment. It is the whisper reminding you that you are not walking in truth. This inner alignment begins when you stop chasing the expectations of others and start listening to the rhythm of your own spirit. It is a return to your natural state where clarity replaces confusion and purpose replaces pressure. The moment you begin to act from this space, everything outside of you starts to rearrange itself with grace. This true alignment requires awareness. It means observing your thoughts without letting them control you. It means understanding your emotions instead of running from them. And it means choosing actions that reflect your highest intentions, not your fears. When your inner self and outer actions are in harmony, you no longer need validation from the world. You move through life with quiet confidence because you are guided by something deeper than approval. You are guided by truth. Every step, every word, every decision carries the energy of integrity. And that energy has the power to change not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. This inner alignment does not eliminate challenges, it transforms how you meet them. When the storm comes, the misaligned mind panics and resists, while the aligned mind breathes and adapts. You begin to understand that peace does not mean the absence of conflict, but the presence of balance. Even in difficulty, you stay centered because your direction comes from within, not from circumstances. This is why aligned individuals often appear calm under pressure. They are not reacting to life. They are responding through awareness. Their decisions are not born out of fear, but from clarity and faith. To live in alignment is to live truthfully. It means honoring your values even when it's inconvenient. Choosing honesty even when deception seems easier, and staying patient even when the world demands speed. In alignment, success is not forced. It unfolds naturally because your energy is not divided. Every moment feels lighter because there is no longer an internal war to fight. The mind, the heart, and the soul move as one, creating a rhythm that feels effortless yet deeply powerful. This is the essence of inner alignment, the art of becoming whole again, of remembering who you truly are beneath all the noise and walking through life in complete harmony with that truth. There comes a point in every journey when holding on no longer serves you. You try to control, to plan, to perfect every outcome. But life has its own rhythm, one that does not bend to pressure. The art of letting go is not about giving up. It is about giving space. It is the understanding that not everything is meant to be forced. And not every door is meant to be opened by your strength. Sometimes what you cling to so tightly is the very thing preventing you from moving forward. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop controlling. It is an act of faith, a quiet trust that life knows what it's doing, even when you don't. When you hold on to fear, pain, or past experiences, you carry unnecessary weight into every new moment. That weight slows your steps and clouds your vision. You begin to interpret the present through the lens of what has already passed instead of what could be. But when you release that weight even slightly, you begin to notice something extraordinary: freedom. Freedom from what you thought should happen, freedom from what others expect this, and freedom from the illusion that you must control everything to feel safe. The art of letting go is not an action of the hands, it is an opening of the heart. It requires courage because surrender often feels like loss. Yet in reality, it is the beginning of peace. Letting go also means accepting that not all answers will come immediately. The human mind craves certainty, but growth often happens in uncertainty. The seed must dissolve before it becomes the tree. The night must fall before the dawn arrives. In the same way, parts of you must be released before the next version of you can emerge. You cannot hold the past and reach for the future at the same time. To truly evolve, you must trust the process, even when the path is unclear. This trust is not blind, it is born from awareness. You begin to see that everything unfolds exactly as it should when you stop forcing and start flowing. When you master the art of letting go, your life becomes lighter. You begin to realize that peace does not come from control, but from connection. Connection with yourself, with others, and with the moment as it is. The river never resists the stones in its path. It simply flows around them and in time, shapes them. In the same way, you can move through life without being burdened by what you cannot change. The energy that was once trapped in holding on becomes the energy that moves you forward. To let go is to make space for new beginnings, new perspectives, and new peace. It is a reminder that life is not meant to be gripped tightly, but experienced deeply. When you release what no longer serves you, you don't lose, you gain clarity, strength, and balance. You begin to live not in resistance, but in rhythm with existence itself. And that is where real freedom begins, not in having more control, but in finally realizing you never needed it.